We are going to go through the best 23 potential squad for the reigning premiers, the reigning back-to-back premiers, the Brisbane Lions, and my God, there are a lot of players to choose for this one. In all aspects. They've lost some, but somehow they've gained more. How the hell are we going to find the best 23 for this team?
I genuinely think in terms of finding the last 3 or 4 players on this list, there is a 2-time Brownlow medal winner and a 2-time Norm Smith medal winner on their bench.
Oh, my God.
On their bench. I don't think you understand how insane this is.
Wait, so 2-time Coleman medal? Wait, 2-time...
Sorry, I've got my Ashcroft's mixed up.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Ridiculous. Still.
Before we spoil it, let's get into our back line, yeah? Our
Yes.
back six. This is a ridiculously talented back six, and it includes some players who found themselves on the outs at the end of 2025 due to injury. The players you may have forgotten. I want to start off with their centre-half back because the importance of this guy was really underappreciated towards the end of the season as they started winning it. Jack Payne.
100%.
Oh, my God. I love Jack Payne and the work he does. Hopefully, we'll see him play a lot more games this year and avoid the ACL injuries.
He is absolutely the best fit next to Harris Andrews.
Oh, yeah. They're fantastic together.
His development has just allowed Harris Andrews to be able to roam and do his best work. And the tactical decisions from Chris Fagan to allow that rather than forcing Harris Andrews to be on the best forward, it's worked miracles for that back line.
Yep.
Ryan Lester keeps his spot as well. I don't think there's any difference here for Mo. Like there shouldn't be any changes. I don't think Darcy Gardner should get a spot here. The only other person potentially is Tom Dodie.
Yes, Dodie is one that continues to fall under the knife, it feels like.
Yeah,
he got a few games here and there last year, but like for the first time in 2 years for the poor bugger.
Yeah, his body's just let him down like season after season. So really unfortunate there. But I still think there is room for him to fit in. Maybe they go taller, maybe they don't. But obviously their halfback 3 is ridiculous, and it is the best halfback 3 in the league.
Yep.
Being Zorko, Fletcher, and Wilmot.
Yeah, and we've been praising Fletcher a lot in this.
They are that ridiculous.
I mean, you got to think about it. Fletcher seems to be the most, I guess, magnetic to the ball out of them now, or at least it feels like he's going to get to that point where he almost becomes a bit of a back midfielder, like those big halfback flank disposal getters. Dane Zorko is just their reliable halfback general, and Darcy Wilmot is their attacking piece. He's the one who can bounce off of the halfback line and go absolutely nuts in the forward line and penetrate deep into the forward 50. It's how he does it.
They break the lines in different ways. Like Wilmot will use his speed, and his pace, and will just burst off an opponent. Zorko with his kicking ability, and then Fletcher does it all.
Yeah,
like he is just a ridiculously talented player.
And before we get too excited with the back line, because we know how good their back line's going to be, let's move on to the midfield because there's even more talent to look at in this midfield line. We've got ourselves Jared Berry. Jared Berry?
Yep.
I thought I was wrong for a second. There's a different Berries. I think I'm thinking of Sam Berry from Adelaide.
Sam Berry.
Yeah, that's it. But you've also got Sam Marshall on the other end.
Yep.
He had a fantastic first season.
Yeah, had a really good first half in the grand final too.
Yeah, exactly right.
His continued development should only do
because, of course, they've got more rookies who can play absolutely great on the biggest stage. Exactly what we need.
Just getting an easy top 20 pick after winning the flag, after getting a top 5 pick as well. It just works out that way for us, doesn't it?
But that is for another day. Let's complain about them when the season starts.
How many
Remember,
days?
they have to play the games. They have to play the games before we start complaining.
I disagree. Wholeheartedly.
Are we already calling them triple? You know what? Completely unrelated.
I am.
Unrelated. Let's look at their fantastic midfield now with, of course, Will Ashcroft. You had messed up with the other Ashcroft boy to start the video, but that's okay because Will Ashcroft, I think most people understand, is the one we're talking about when we talk about the Ashcroft boys. Hugh McCluggage and Josh Dunkley round out that midfield rank, which I really, really like this trio all together. You got the finesse of Will Ashcroft, you've got the poise of Hugh McCluggage, and you've got I'd say determination, but I think the better word is gutsy hard work from Josh Dunkley. The high tackle counts, the contested possessions that you always can rely on Josh Dunkley for. He has been fantastic for Brisbane ever since he came across from the Dogs. Yeah. And then their ruck, which has always been the odd one out. If everything goes all right in terms of injuries, Sam Draper is a fantastic addition to have.
I disagree, but he is their second ruck.
Yeah, I mean,
Darcy Ford will start.
I was going to say Darcy Ford is still in there, and I mean, they showed how it would work with Darcy Ford. But I think with Sam Draper, if he's healthy, He can play a fantastic role for this team.
He is their own, like, aside from Fort, he's their only other option. They brought him in to be that player.
Exactly.
Me personally, I'm not a huge fan of him. I just don't see him being a full-time ruckman. That I don't see him in his game and him being such a high energy, sort of really like unpredictable sort of those notes in his game. I think it's really hard to see that as a full-time ruckman.
I'm interested to see where you think he would be then.
I think you can split it 50-50, where you can have Fort and him play together, similar to what they did in the grand final with McInerney and Fort. But I don't see him being a full-time number one ruckman. Me personally.
Okay.
Brisbane obviously see it differently, hence why they've spent $850K to get him in.
I mean, why not at this rate?
Actually, no. Did they? Yeah, $850K.
I spent a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, again, me personally, I just don't see him being a full-time number one ruck. But they brought him in on big money. Let's see where it ends up.
Exactly. Let's go to the forward line now. Of course, even more additions to this team, being led at the front. Oscar Allen as their full forward. Now, Oscar Allen is still, to me, a bit of a question mark.
Agreed.
I think Oscar Allen is one that, if you get the best of him, will be so lovely to have alongside the rest of their squad. He will just be another piece to the Ferrari that is this team. But Logan Morris has taken the centre-half forward position. He has been more and more of a mainstay for this squad as they've kept going. He is not just the guy who got Maccas and went to the footy and played a game anymore. He is a 2-time premiership player and a legitimate key piece.
He's a superstar.
Yeah.
He is already a superstar.
He's getting some fantastic praise from us here, very clearly. But Zach Bailey, Kai Lohmann, Charlie Cameron, and Cam Rayner. 4 fantastic names and fantastic pieces to have around. I look at all 4 of those players and I go, that's like, if a team has a single liability in their back line, any 4 of them could absolutely expose them for that. They all play those game breaker roles. Zach Bailey could have been that in the grand final if he had kicked straight, and you could argue he still was. Charlie Cameron grand final, Cam Rayner throughout the whole final series, and basically whenever they need him in the clutch, comes around and does big things.
He will play the quietest first half and greatest second half you'll ever see.
Exactly
right. One day you'll think it's Jade Gresham, the other game you'll think it's Dustin Martin. You tell me how that works, I couldn't tell you. He's like a pick 1 and a pick 70 in the same game.
Jade Gresham is such a big slight.
It's ridiculous.
Kai Lohmann, though, a lot of the talk last year was that he had a quiet year, and then he shaved his head and just came straight back to it.
Look, Keldon Johnson and Victor Wembanyama followed his steps.
Exactly right.
Look at the Spurs.
Yeah, that's a really, really good point out. They follow. Kai Lohmann
Appreciate it.
He's a
trendsetter.
He's a trendsetter, exactly.
Yeah.
We could go forever as to how good every single part of the team is, but I want to move through this continuously so that we don't get stuck in one spot. They're interchange. This is going to be the most difficult part out of all of it because there's so many players now to choose from. Yeah. Ridiculous. From rookies to veterans to up-and-comers. There's so many in here that you go, what's going to be their fit? What's their needs at this point?
Chris Fagan has both the best and hardest job to do.
Exactly right.
Because, you're going to have multiple top-end picks not getting games. You're going to have multiple players who have played 35 games over 2 years, not get games as well. There's going to be so many players in their VFL. If they don't win the VFL flag this year, I think that's a disappointment. Putting it out, if they don't do both, win the AFL and VFL flag, it's a disappointed season. But Noah Answorth, more of that lockdown defender. Mm-hmm. Fits nicely alongside the rest. Replaces Brandon Starcevich. Very easy there. Levi Ashcroft. Oh, we've already got one of the best midfielders. How about we had a top 5 pick on top of it?
Yep, exactly right.
Oh, Dan Annable. Forgot him. He's not in the team.
He's not in the team.
Top 5 pick. Sorry about that. Lockie Neal on the bench.
Yeah, that's going to be one that maybe confuses a few people, but at the same time, considering all that happened, we decided to stop recording at the worst time. Could you imagine how those shorts would have gone? Oh,
we can make some more, you know that, right?
We can do that.
I was going to say something absolutely wild.
Yeah, don't do that. Not in this video.
I've refrained.
Eric Hipwood.
Yeah, your man.
Yeah, I know.
Is he going to finish at top 3?
He's not going to finish in the top 3.
Is he going to finish in the top 30?
Last year. No.
Top 300?
Maybe. If he's healthy.
He might not get games this year.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
What the hell?
It's
How
crazy.
is he finding himself on the out? I guess it makes sense.
And then this guy just seems to be absolutely slept on because of his injuries. He hasn't played since the round 1 2024. Keaton Coleman.
Yeah.
He was going to win a Norm Smith.
Goated.
He was going to win a Norm Smith, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, he's such a from I guess I'm thinking nostalgic or from memory, but like Kitty Coleman is such a fantastic player. He is so relaxed it almost looks with the ball, but smart. Poised is the word I think I used before,
100%.
so I'll use it again because I think it really defines Keaton Coleman. He is a fantastic player, and the fact that he's getting this 23rd spot, like. I reckon we could make a whole nother team with players who could get games, who aren't getting games. Like, it is actually unbelievable looking at this. Lincoln McCarthy isn't in here.
I think their second side would beat West Coast.
Genuinely. Good. But, like, Lincoln McCarthy, how good is Lincoln? And he's not in this team.
Ty Gallup, premiership winning forward.
Exactly. Like, so many names here. Connor McKenna, not really. He's kind of fallen off the horse a bit. But Darcy Fort.
Yep, Darcy Gardner.
Yep.
Like, you could name 10
Bruce
players.
Reveal, that's another one.
You could genuinely name 10 players that could fit in this team easily.
It's
that would fit in every other best 23.
There's a reason we're so high on Brisbane next year, let's be completely honest. There's a very big reason. We'll leave it there, though, because, again, I like to kind of keep our discussions really grounded in a bit of back and forth, but there's no back and forth with Brisbane.
Yeah.
It is just purely this team is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this one. If you did, leave a like. Comment below what you think about Brisbane in 2026. Do you think they'll win the premiership or not? And I appreciate you watching all the way through. Cheers, guys.